So that is the first point. We have to focus on cooperation. And second thing, the second point is the priority. Priority of what? Priority of so many things. We have 3 children, 2 daughters and 1 son. And everyone must be having a big family. Somebody may be having 2 children and 4 children and 5 children. But somebody may be having a very small children. Someone must be having a very grown-up children. In that time, and how to give a priority, then sit down together with your husband and with your wife and decide together that which part we have to give a first priority so that we can become a very successful. That is why giving and selecting a priority. You have to know where to give priority, because being as a husband and wife while working together, if you don't know where to give priority, then it's very difficult. We know that this business, will change our entire life. That's why we have given the first priority to this business, so that we can become a very successful person in a very short period of time. So how we did it is, we have taken a very strong decision, and after discussion, and the priority is within a year period of time we have to become a successful. That is why we have given less, we can say that 24 hours we have given time for the business, because the rest for eating, sleeping, the rest we have not taken as a priority. And one very sweet memory we still have is while we were working very seriously, we didn't know that when to eat and when to wake up, we never sleep also. So in those periods, my son, he came as a holiday at home, and he knows that we are working very seriously. And when he tried to speak something to us, we always said that, I didn't speak, but I used to show my hand. So, and one day, I think, he got a loose motion, and he has given a note to me. And I was surprised. We both were looking and what he's written, and what he has written in that, he has written that, "Mom, I'm having loose motion." Oh, it's really hard to sing, and we both were looking each other and saying that even my son knows that where we are giving our first priority. So you have to know where to give a priority. Then it will change your life. The third is the time management. The time management is the must if you want to become a very successful in a very short period of time, not only in our business, in any field. If you want to become a successful, then time management. Time management, you have to calculate nicely. You have to have a timetable. When to eat, when to get up, and when to go, and when to meet, everything you have to manage very well. Then only you can follow strictly within 15 minutes of time. I have to finish the one presentation. After that, I have to follow up the big conference. And after that, I have to meet one VIP person. Like that, if you maintain your diary, if you maintain your schedule, then you'll be able to manage your time.
Yes, exactly.
That is the point. Without time management, nobody can become very successful in this world, in any field. Yes, and next point is trust. Trust is the main, as I said, it's a main point. Working each other, as a family, if you don't have a trust to one another.
Yes.
If you have a, priority, if you know how to give priority, if you know how to maintain the time management, nothing will work here without trust. Because only trust can change somebody's life. How? We'll give one example. Suppose my husband, sometimes he goes alone to meet somebody, some family. But if I don't trust him, that he's working and going out to do the presentation, and he may be doing the presentation to someone, a very beautiful girl or lady, And if I don't trust him, just imagine, it may break our family.
Yes.
So, there ladies and gents and my dear partners and friends, you all should understand, that trust is a must while working as a family together, husband and wife together, how to trust one another.
Yes.
Sometimes, I give lecture to many gentlemen, only myself, sometimes I speak without any ladies. If my husband doesn't trust me, then how can I stand in front of you today here? So,
Yes, exactly.
trusting is the must. And you have to trust one another. And not only to husband and wife trusting, you have to have a trust with your children, you have to have a trust with your parents. Somebody may be working, some lady or gents may be working before marriage with the father and mother. So you all have to know that how to create a trust with your parents, with your brothers and with your sisters. Then only you'll be able to move freely so that you can work very freely, very happily, wholeheartedly for any kind of business. Yes, the most important point is coming again, that is unity. Unity. If you don't have a unity in your family, then nobody will not trust. That's the point again coming in. So, you yourself, while working together as a family, you have to trust, you have to have a unity together. Then, this unity, not only you and your husband, maybe you and your wife, but this unity you have to have with your teammates also, so that all your teammates along with your family, then you can create a big unity platform. Only unity can bring a success. Yes, my dear friends, there are lots of points, do's and don'ts. So, before sharing that, I like to share some point again, where to give attention. We always face so many times, not only we but many of you leaders must be having this kind of problem, this kind of situation, and this kind of happenings about attention, where to give, to whom we have to give more attention. This attention is where I like to say is, while you both are working together, you both are giving, cooperation one another and going to share this business opportunity to somebody's house or home. That time, if, let's say, in our business, we consider that the husband and wife is always one, but we have an opportunity to have a different ID. Husband can have a different ID, wife can have a different ID. That is why, sometimes in one family, only husband joins, only wife join, and sometimes only children join. But how we did? When we go and meet somebody who has already joined, let's say wife has already joined, only husband is not yet joined. So that time, what we have to do? To whom we have to give more attention. How we did is, when we visit a family where only one person joined, let's say only wife joined, husband is not joined. So that time how we did is, we give more attention, more importance to the person who has not joined. That is why the person who has already joined is more happy. And that's how we can, capture everyone together. Otherwise, if we don't give, let's say one lady has already joined, if we only appreciate only that lady, oh ma'am, how you are doing and what you are doing is the best, if you're working like this. And so if we talk only about that person, then another person, maybe husband and wife, will not feel like listening more, will leave the room and go away. So it will create a problem later on after we leave the house, and the person will say that, honey, the way your business is doing, the way your upline, your partners are coming and sharing, I don't like it. If you want to go alone, you do it. This is the reason you are going to get it. And if you're working alone, then you'll not be able to become a very successful in a very short period of time. You may become successful, but it may take time. And we have so many examples working alone and working together, how a person can become very successful in a very short period of time. And so you should know that whom to give more attention when you go and while you're sharing your presentation. Yes. The next point is how to handle negative situations. About this, how to handle a negative situation, my husband will be sharing.
Wow, absolutely, she is right. So, my dear friends, I would like to share about how to handle negative situation or incidents while working husband and wife together in the business. In fact, we face lots of challenges and negative situations while building up this business. Yes, behind every negative incident or dark side, there is also a bright side. So, just like that, the darkest night produces the brightest star.
Okay.
Let me share one incident only. Before I share, I would like to say something. I would like to thanks to our Mr. Harvinder Singh, the Director of India. Because of him, my life has been changed. Now let's come to the point. Me and my wife went to the Malaysia, right?
Yes, for Asia Summit.
For attending Asia Summit in the year of 2019 February. So in that meeting, celebration, we enjoyed a lot. In the midst, Mr. Harvinder was declared the Director of India. After that, he arranged a meeting for only the Indian, some leaders team. In that meeting, me and my wife were sitting together, and all of a sudden, very unexpectedly, he told me to stay out from my wife. Not to attend the meeting because other Indian leaders might not feel good about me attending the meeting. I was shocked and stunned. That moment, my mind was full of negative and reasoning. So my point is, in whatever the situation you might face, we can always change a negative to positive result. As a result of this, I was able to produce the first president of India. Dear friends, don't try to prove yourself. Improve yourself.
Yes, 100% correct. If you want to become a very, very successful person while working together as a family in our business, then don't see any negative, just go after the positive, because then only you can become very successful. And that's why, and we became very successful, and we have so many presidents in our entire group.